I'm going to go to my questions. Mr. Don, uh, Congress has been steadily increasing funding for the Energizing Insular Communities program the last several years, and I applaud the president for requesting $15 million for the program. It does not seem, however, that OIA has been using this money as effectively as it could, and not as intended in Public Law 113-235. The law enacted in 2014 mandated Interior create energy action plans for all the insular areas developed by teams of technical, policy, and financial experts. These plans were required to provide recommendations on ways to reduce reliance on expenditures on imported fuel, develop and utilize domestic energy sources, and establish benchmarks for measuring progress. Besides awarding annual grants that, a solar system here, lighting fixtures here, and those things. How has OIA used funding for the Energizing Insular Communities program to meet the requirements of the law of Public Law 113-235?
Well, we have provided grants to the territories to update their existing energy plans. We expected that when those energy plans were developed and released in 2013 that they would be dynamic. We're hopeful that the money that we provided beginning in 2019 through 2021 will help push the effort along. And certainly we still work closely with the Department of Energy in providing advice to the territories as they update their plans.
Yeah, no, Mr. Don, I mean, that's great, but I'm saying there is a law that requires the development of a comprehensive energy plan for the different insular areas. So we could develop one for Guam that would be different for one from American Samoa or the Virgin Islands. That's law, and we're not doing that. And this is not the first time I've brought this up. And do you know, and which is, why I was hoping a political appointee would join us. Do you know when Interior intends to comply with this public law that's?
Well, we certainly intend to comply with the public law. After this hearing, what we can do is follow up with each of the territories on the status of updating their plans with the consultants hired with the funds we provided through the Energizing Insular Communities program, and try to get an idea of where they're at and updating their plans and when they may be released, and provide that to you.
Yeah, well, I don't know if it was, I think it was Interior was supposed to provide that, develop the plan in cooperation and collaboration with each of the insular area jurisdictions. And, again, it's a good place to start to read the law and see where it could be more helpful. Mr. Don, I appreciate that. Thank you. And can you also provide Congress with data information that tells us how the monies were spent consistent with the public law, rather than just issuing money as if they were technical assistance program grants. Since you see, Mr. Don, the law requires annual reports be submitted to Congress detailing progress on implementation of each approved energy action plan. And like you have mentioned, and all I have seen are a list of awarded program grants. And so does OIA find this style of reporting to Congress to follow the law without the need to provide information on insular energy usage?
Well, the scope of our energy program is pretty much our Energizing Insular Communities program that we describe in the President's budget request and provide updates there. But certainly we can circle back and figure out additional information that the committee may want submitted.
Okay. So, and hopefully we come to some kind of understanding on this, so we don't have to, this is not the first time we brought this up. I appreciate that. And I will have other questions that I that I will submit for the record, Mr. Don. I do have a question here for, let me see, Governor Bryant. Now, let me ask, the the Virgin Islands rum excess tax for 2020, the actual was 277 million. Then in 2021, it went to 224 million, and now it's expected to be 261 million. I thought during the pandemic, people were home and they drank more rum, right? You would
Well,
think. I mean,
would-
you would think, right?
You, in the Virgin Islands, we refer to all liquor as rum, Scotch, whiskey, everything else. But I think we're seeing an increase in tequila drinking, especially during the pandemic. And rum is not
Okay.
so much. So, we don't get, I wish we got the excise tax on everything, but we don't get it on certain things. So thank you for asking. But yes,
Okay.
that's what you're seeing, that fluctuation.
Listen, I have questions that I'd like to submit for the record, and I get some of our witnesses to respond to them, and other members may also have questions. My time.